That looks good to me. Let's open up Chrome and check YouTube. Hey guys. Let's put it like this. Whoops. Can you see me? I think you can.
I don't know what you mean by
I'm not saying
Hey
I see
Siri.
you. Alright. Live stream. Alright. Perfect. That works. Let me see. Okay, that's fine. Let me put this over here. Because I want to have a live stream chat. Open so I can see you guys talking. Where is the chat? Is disabled for this live stream? Oh, why? Chat is disabled for this live stream, it says. I'm working on it. Let me see. So, might be some settings. Channel, advanced settings, yes, wait for yes. I don't know. Default live stream settings. Do we have some live stream settings anywhere? Comes as a for this channel. What? Why? I was very fun as it said. As made for kids. Oh, this means we'll start disabling certain features like comments and replacing others. Note you may see some small changes as we experiment. Well, then that's kind of stupid. Let's change that. Now set this channel as not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. I want to review the settings for the video. Let's see if that will change. Let me see if that would help. Having the comments enabled. I'm also not sure if you can hear me loud and clear. You can check that too.
enabled.
There we go,
I'm
comments.
also not sure if you can hear me loud and clear. You can check that too.
Great. Fix that. But that's not that cool, let's say. Can we plug this one in? Ah, 33%, right? Baker, Suicide Swift. Yes, I mean, yes. JavaScript and HTML. I don't know if JavaScript will be part of it, but HTML and Bootstrap CSS definitely too.
Are you gonna use Bootstrap?
For sure. All right. I think we're good now. Let's pop up the chat. Are we live? We are. to my website. So that's the website that I have right now. I should bring my headphones. That's fine. And now we put this on. Let's get right into it. QuickTime Player, recent, that one. Loop. All right, all set. Do you want to post a link? Have you posted the story already? All right. The chat should be enabled now. I wonder what mic is used. I think it's the test. Hey, I think it's the in. Hello. Oh, it's actually the headphone mic. That's great. You can hear me loud and clear. Awesome, it works then. So, I think some of you last year have seen me code this website from scratch over the course of one night in a 10-hour live session. So that's not what we're going to do tonight. But what I want to do is let me pull up my redesign. I think should be here somewhere. So this is what I made as of for the redesign. I have bought these graphics, left, right, right, left, right. And what I want to do is have the new website actually say these things and also link to for example, my projects, which the current one does too. But if we compare it, where is it? Over here. That would link to projects, and you will see that one, right? That list here. However, the new projects should look like this. You have the app, you have another app, you have a website, you have another website, you know, cool backgrounds, cool little showcasings, and also the link. I think that looks way better in comparison to that one. It's an improvement. This is not too bad either, right? To start off, it definitely goes. But again, that's the goal. And then obviously this one for the main site too. App development, see more, and then you get linked to the projects. See more, link to the projects. Social proof, some small scraper, JavaScript scraper for Instagram, YouTube, Medium, and Twitter, and have a form to send emails to reach out for iOS app development or website. So that's the redesign. And then videos. I think I don't have videos right now. I do have. It links to my YouTube channel. Alright. Oh, I don't have blog. I'm not sure if I would do a blog right away, but you get the gist. Let's see, what we can do is we could do that on purpose using, so what we can do is definitely use Vapor and then either do it statically, or we're gonna use a front-end framework such as Vue.js, which would require lots of more work but would make things more interesting. Oh yeah, this is also, you can see up here it says close. It's not a subpage, it would basically be an overlay, I think. The idea was an overlay, so you can close it again. Or it would actually be just a subpage. Yeah. So that also means I'll go into projects and website. This is, I think it's this one. Whoops. We don't have tags, so if I say git tag 1.0, we should have the current website tagged as 1.0. Let me see if that's a nice versioning that I did there. So tags we have now 1.0. Sorry? Vue? Am I gonna use it? I'm not sure yet. For the, oh. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna do what? The yeah, that will definitely increase the time of developing the website by 33% at least. Then no Vue.js. Sorry? Yeah, HTML, Bootstrap, and server-side Swift Vapor. So they are using a tagging system like so. 1.0. I could have used 1.0.0 basically. Let's do it like this. And I think we can delete this one. So now we have that. Interesting. This one shouldn't exist anymore, shouldn't it? Delete. That's good push. Yeah, everything's up to date. Okay, that was just locally, as it seems. How to delete local and remote tags on Git. So, got this, delete tag. Yeah, remote tag. Okay. Delete. There we go. Exactly. So now we only have this one. And that was even the website before the current one. I had this already, sort of, but that was my first website. Then I re-implemented the whole website to this one, and now I want to yet again re-implement it to this one. I think it's quite a step up if you compare it. All right, let's do this. Mustafa, hey, what's up? What time is it? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we can close Slack and we can go in here, clean our paper. I think I want to clean and then create a new Xcode project and open it. That's gonna be the website. New design looks awesome. Hey, Angel, thank you. Glad you like it. Curious about the assets where I've put them. I think they should be Martin projects, website, design resources. Yeah, I do have them here. Sort of. Oh, there we go. I have them here. So those are the graphics that I bought. And then I can just export those little things as an image and then use them. And then also flip them. All right. Let's run this. Can you see everything? Else I will just increase the font. Font size to YouTube stream. YouTube videos even larger. YouTube stream. That should be fine, shouldn't it? B. Okay, cool. So that's now localhost, and that's online. Trying to think how I should approach it. Pretty simple. Can remove this one. Yeah, we can start with the top up here. We're gonna remove all of that. I'm gonna replace it with this one. We have already the navigation, right? Let's put it over here and let's just start getting into the navigation styling. Do I have still a WebStorm license? I don't know. Is it expired? Yeah. Expired. Do I have an alternative? I'll go pretty. So let's see, applications. Because Xcode is not good in highlighting HTML, and I think I had a different editor. Sorry? Yeah, VS Code. I thought I would have it, but I think I deinstalled it. So that means we have to unfortunately get back VS Code.
VS Code is so pretty.
It is. It is, no doubt. Lots of people. Yeah, it's. I don't mind the looks, and it looks nice, but it's. I think it's an Electron app. Hmm?
I'm talking about
Oh, you're talking about the Switch. Susie is working right now, improving the housing. Mustafa, thank you a lot. Mustafa at 6 a.m. Wow, good morning. So VS Code. Let's open that up. Put it over here. Delete the zip. Visual Studio Code. Applica, check it for what? Let's see if we can circumvent that. Where was it? This one open anyway. There we go. So, and now we want to open our project, website, and all we care about is actually resources. No, actually not true. We have public too, which is about the stats. So we want to open the whole website stuff. So from here, oh, interesting, and also recognizes Swift. Okay, so what we care about is the public folder and the resource folder, where I have the layout, partials, and the navigation. This navigation right here, let me close everything else. Do we have enough space to have it side by side? So that's that navigation, right? And we should have styling for the navigation too, right here. And we want it by design to be smaller. Let's have the design to the left. So overall we see the padding top and down is not as big as here. So let's start with the navigation and have that one in place already. It should be transparent. So that one has this one has quite some padding, and the A's have quite some padding. So that thing is the Nefer brand. This is the A. So this is top. I wonder what's around it. Okay. We can remove this padding actually for the nav bar. Padding. How much does it have? 1 RAM left and right. That's smaller already, because by now and then everything is lowercase too. Actually, I can't understand CSS and padding, grid system, etc. That's something I think you will just quickly learn once you try building stuff over and over again, and then you see yourself forced to read into stuff for small things, and then you just memorize things and understand things, and things click. We could consider, we could think of, why does this one have still, this has more padding than the other, does it? 10, 15, 10, 15. Why is this one bigger though? Because of the font size? The font size, yeah, that will make that should stay the same. Napa brand. Let's see. Font size 1 RAM instead of 1.25, which means that helps. That helps. How would it look like when it's active? Probably just a white line, just like here. Okay, so let's see. has a white background for some reason. Oh, I think because the body is not going to, yeah, it doesn't start from there. Because some side has a padding from the body itself. Where is it? No, it should be part of it. So something's not going right. Okay, so it is actually yeah, so that one must have a padding or margin to top of some sort because it's right underneath the navigation. Oh no, this is normal behavior. This one should actually have a position, say fixed, so it overlays. And then like this. Something like that. Okay, we need to do this to achieve what we want. Right? That's fine. That just means we're gonna remove the background. Say position fixed. And 1. Got this. Now we can look into navigation here. Just say, what does it say? Projects first. Whoops. And then it says videos, and then it says shop. And then block and contact. Okay. You can add contact later. But at least we got this. And I think the padding of each A is a little bit too much for the left and right still. Which is this one. We might keep it to 10. And then also, what if this one gets the class menu and we say that menu has its own font weight that's definitely lighter, right? 300. That way this one is bolder and this is lighter. Hover color should be, this one should be white, and let's say 1 pixel. I don't necessarily like how the border underneath is wider than the name. So what I can do is I will not use the padding for left and right. Instead, I'm gonna do menu is have a margin of 10 pixels to the left and right. This should stay the same for everything, but just have not sure if I like that. Maybe keep it like this. Take the blanket. Okay, let's get into coloring of the first section right here, Swiftbird Hero. This is going to be hero, app development website, social proof, contact. And then the footer can stay same as here. Maybe transparent too, and have this background. So then this is going to be very interesting in terms of responsiveness. This is fixed now. We could put it, instead of fixed, we can say absolute. Should be the same, except that it stays up. We could do that. I think that's better. And in fact, we should start developing from mobile first. That makes things easier. All right, let's get into the first section. The hero. We don't need the Instagram count or any of that anymore. None of that, and also we don't need the Swiftbirds anymore. Content. Yeah, let's leave it. Remove all of that. We can, with that, also remove the that's the native fetch function we have. Let's comment all of that out for now, because we're gonna need the fetch scrape function later for all our social proof section. So that's gone. Now we are left with content, and I think content is the one that gets the color. Nope, it's hero. And now we can check the coloring from here. That's hero, so that means home, hero, Swiftbirds not needed. Bottom right starts from that color and goes to this one. Bam. There we go. And now we want to have 50%, want to the left a description and to the right an image. So let's see, call 6 I think just by default. Basically, isn't it 12 for, yeah, plus div call SM already? Let's do SM. Oh, this is not, god damn it, this is not WebStorm. Okay. So we will have H2. Wait a second, we can make this an H1, because that's the most relevant information right here. H1 for indexing. If Google is picking up information about the website. And API development. Yeah, I managed to catch up Martin Lazik live stream. By the way, you're using the blue light glasses or did you toss it out? Oh, I still have them right here. Good catch actually, one sec. I always have them with me in my backpack. So, save iOS website and API development. That is centered because we have some styling from before. Do we want it to be centered? Yes, we want this one to be centered. Centered. What if we add... Let's see, the content is centered, right? That makes sense. We have this one to be called 12. Call SM should be 6. Have the same behavior for the next one, which should be, and we can also delete already the image Swiftbirds. We don't need that. Delete. Let's test, just for fun, the image source. By the way, CodeDart, welcome to the stream. Is there a difference at all? There's a super light tint, super light yellowish tint to the glasses, but barely noticeable. Where if you have night shift on, you definitely notice the night shift, right? That's not the case with the glasses. And they're super light too, so I don't really mind wearing them actually. So let's say I think public is default, and from public we can directly say images slash martinblasek.jpg. Let's see if that worked out. It did. It's just that I don't have any sizing, so we can do with 200. Okay, so that works. It's underneath each other and it's not next to each other once we are bigger, which we will have to look up for Bootstrap 4. Is because, so I researched that there are two things. The glasses are they tell that the glasses help with reducing eye strain, right? When your eyes are super exhausted and you have the little veins come out. So they say it helps with that, and they also say it helps falling asleep better because it really blocks blue light, which affects your the chemical whatever, the productions of certain substances in your brain that help you fall asleep. And the fall asleep thesis, studies have shown it's proven, it helps. However, with the eye strain, there are no studies that prove that the glasses would actually help against it. That's what I researched. However, now my personal experience is I had heavy eye strain for weeks where it wouldn't go away at all for weeks, like 2 weeks at least. Like every day I go to bed, I wake up, I have eye strain still, like it didn't heal. And it would continue. I would just I would try to change things. Nothing would help. I would go to bed earlier so I don't have like the displays impact my eyes during nighttime and stuff like that. But nothing would help for 2 weeks. It was kind of concerning. I didn't go to a doctor. And then I decided to start using Night Shift, which is essentially the same what the glasses are doing. Just they are reducing the blue light, right? And once I turned on Night Shift, I could literally feel my eyes. I could feel them really relax after 2 weeks of super being exhausted. And then it took 4 days or so until I could see that my eye strain dramatically reduced. And so from my experience from that, that Night Shift helped me getting rid of my eye strain, and the glasses doing the same. Yes, there are no studies that would prove that, but from my experience, I just see already it helped me. I'm gonna do that. And the reason is because sometimes, or over 5-7 years, I've never had issues with my eyes. However, obviously the blue light does affect your eyes. It's just not to the point where you can feel it yet. Over the years, until you're an old man, then you will just feel the effects, right? Everyone says that, but then it's too late. I was lucky that I had like such an impact that I actually felt it, and I could now, from my own experience, say, okay, I want to prevent it, and that's why I'm just doing it, so I'm safe for my higher age. Where you get that glass? This is from Bonner. Let me see. Bonner blue light glasses. I tagged them multiple times in my stories. So, and there's gonna be something about the glasses in the future on my profile if you keep an eye. I feel your pain. I've had my eyes be strained for like a month now. Oh, I can highly recommend turning on Night Shift. This really helps. So I had, and then not only just like for a few hours, I have literally since then on my iPhone and on my MacBook, if you look it up, system preferences, if we go to display and then Night Shift, I have it on for 24 hours. It starts at 4 AM and it ends at 3 AM 59, so 23 hours 59 minutes, and then it stops for 1 minute before it starts again at 4 a.m. So I literally have it 24 hours on, as well as on the iPhone. We did that. Interestingly enough, it wouldn't help. Call 12, yes. And then call LG. Oh, I think call SM doesn't exist anymore, does it? Small. No, it does. The frick, is this not work? Oh, maybe I don't have Bootstrap 4. This could be it. But this is still Bootstrap 3 as well. Let's check. We should have it in our layout base. Bootstrap 4.3.1. 4.4.1 doesn't really matter all that much. We can use the CDN once again, just so we have the latest. Doesn't hurt. But I'm surprised that it would not work. And maybe that's just because of display flex right here. Flex column, nope. It's not because of that. I just turned it on as well. Great. Do you feel any help? Like, do you feel it helped with your issue? I don't want to see, it does work. You can see the margin left and right, but why would it not? Oh, No, it should. It needs the row. Well, fair enough. I don't mind at this point. Oh yeah, and since it needs a row, we also want to, where's the app? This is for home, hero, content. Let's see, can we say just the flex load column? Just remove that. Still center. So we just don't want column anymore. I wonder, this one would need. This is not 100% to the top on purpose. It's underneath the navigation. I wonder if I should have this one be 3 layers: layer background, layer navigation, and layer hero. And this whole thing would be the first section. I cannot really do that like that. Wow, that's really cool, man. I'm glad that it helped you. I had doubt of getting a blue light filter glasses after sharing the video with you. Instead, I bought an anti-glare glasses. Oh yeah, you shared the video with me. I didn't remember who it was, but since if you were the one who shared the video with me about the undercover report documentary, right, where the people would go into the shops and all the glasses glass shops would say, oh, it actually hurts your eyes and whatnot. I've watched it, and then that's why I started researching and getting, like, right, you always want to research and know what you're using. And then, yeah, that's how I found out about the studies and the things that were proven and things that weren't proven. And then, yeah, based on my own experience, I decided to just go with it, because again, it doesn't hurt, and I felt definitely how Night Shift helped me. And since this one has a tint as well, a yellow tint, it does the same. It blocks the blue light. It says itself it blocks the blue light, right? And it's also proven it does that. And since blue light helps against the sleep, and I know that blue light helped reducing my eye strain using Night Shift, this should also help on top of that. And turned on blue light filter on my MacBook. So far I find it helps with protecting my vision, like you said, or vision deteriorates in the long run, and I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, right? Pity that we have to go through pain first until we really take actions, but I think that's just how it is. This music is so good. I'm happy you like it. I'm listening to it all the time when I live stream. Alright, so my thought process right now is I have a certain height here defined, height 500 pixels. What I can do is with the content, I could say, oh wait a second, this is actually heroes having the background, and then that's why navigation is on there. What I could do is, could I don't want to overcomplicate things. I think the simplest thing would be to have this image be this large up until here too, and have this transparent background. To export it like that would make it easier to position it to the right, to the fullest as it is right now. Centered, which means it should have 500, so we can do, say, height 500, and it should result into covering the whole thing just like that with no issues. Same should apply to this image. Yes, the Night Shift is helping. I need to go to the eye doctors and get my eyes checked and hopefully get some prescription blue light glasses. Yeah, yeah, totally, why not? I think it doesn't look bad either, right? If you get some glasses that look good. I wonder why this is not having any padding to the left. Row is taking padding, like margin out. Oh yeah, it's because of content it's not given. And we don't want really content. Shit, we do want content for that one. But we don't want it for this one. Okay. Because content will make this align. What I can do is, if I say this one, I'm saying content, but what I mean is container. See, this is now aligned. This one is still not aligned. This is interesting. It's interesting it would behave like that. It will just break out to the right. This should be an issue on mobile. it's not an issue, really. If I would say, what if I say position is container a relative? That should work too, coincidentally. But this doesn't work as well, that nice. Because of the sizing of the image. I have to solve that better. I mean, I could hide the image on, say, mobile, and just say that, and then having the contact button, and then everything else. But no, because everything else, I don't want to really remove the images. They're kind of catchy. Else I'll just have everything removed and just say, have the text there, which makes it all pretty empty. Right, it will just be like this. Whereas I could still keep the small images. Trying to think in layers right now, how I can still achieve it. I mean, I could put this one. How would we say that we want the column to the right, layout, grid, and then we say flex end, this one, align self end. That would be it, for example. Okay, let's export this image. Where is it? What about adding in some parallax effects, since it's all the hype now for websites? Parallax, it's a good idea. The reason why I wouldn't do that now is because it would add time in development, and I want to have it as finished as quick as possible to that state, so I can move on and start developing the fitness app, for example, because I could also spend even more time on that doing the parallax effect, and I could have even spent even more time to build the front end in Vue.js, having an API to consume the data or whatnot, if there's any data to be consumed. So I'm in the end having two kind of projects that are open source, the backend and the front end of that website, to kind of show my projects. That would be even more and even better, but I want to again rather have this project to that state and then move on, have another project, and I would rather have 2 projects to be shown than one that is quite more advanced. I think the return of value of a second project is bigger than the return of value of adding these kind of features, but they are still nice, I agree. So even say the coffee cup here has a little bit of vapor coming up, this would be awesome too. Probably even easier to achieve, but yeah. So, oh yeah, exactly. I wanted to go into projects, website, design resources. That one. And I wanted to get the laptop part. This one. Ooh, is this all? Whoops, let me lock this. So that whole thing without looks good. By the way, this style is called isometric. So if you are looking for, if you want to buy these kind of things too for your website and you don't know how the styles look called, I can recommend say just Google isometric. Is it a website? I'll say technology. Let's try this one. Images, and then you will find those kind of isometric images. And from here, if you, for example, if you'll say, oh, I like this image because I'm an app developer, you click on that, and then from here you can find even more under here. But you would go to the website and see where the source is, right? And then you would look up, oh, it's vector and EPS format. You can download it. Is it even for free? Attribution free for personal and commercial use. See? And then, for example, you download it, free download. It's fine. How do I download it? There we go. Oh, I did it before. And then you say, okay. I don't know if EPS, one of them is possible to be opened in Sketch. If you have Adobe Illustrator, then you are already lucky. But you definitely need, yeah, you definitely need the SVG like this. But this is broken, as you can see in Sketch for EPS. That's a pity. Sometimes that's the case, so you have to be careful with that. But in AI it wouldn't be broken, but AI is not compatible with Sketch out of the box. It's just an image. And you want SVG, so you can export it in any size. But that's how you actually get your graphics for your website if you want to look fancy. Cool, so we got this, and I actually wanted to create like this. And it has to be 500 high. Or at least 500. If we multiply it by 4, I can say 125. That's interesting. Because if we would export this one, say this one has no fields, but it's part of it. Make exportable time 4. This should end up being. I wonder if this corner is part of it. Oh, wait a second. This says height 126. Why? Why though? Okay, anyway, let's do it. God damn it. No. This should be 500 and something. It's not. No, that doesn't make sense, really. That times 4 ends up being 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16. Should be still not the same number. Don't know why. That's just the design.
I thought you were already done.
No.
I was like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. Let me get to the project. We have our resources, public images here. It's gonna be the hero image. Hero, and now we can just say hero PNG, refresh, and if we enlarge it, we see already how it looks like and what the issue is. I want this one to the very right. like this. Right? That's the goal. Sort of. You can say bottom. Yes, we can. We can also just remove this one and say height is 4 times, and then width is, yeah. Or say 40, like this. So it even gets smaller, and then mobile will look like this. That's even kind of pretty. And then big, it would look like this. We can say maximum width is say 500 pixel, so that I'll say at max it should go like 600, and so it would go smaller. Maybe the smallest min width should be 200 pixel. Let's say 300. It overlaps. So let's say, for example, 230. No, this should have a contact thing still, right? $220. I think that's fine. From here, it would only get bigger and stay. And stay, I think, at this point, right? Yeah, because we defined it at this point to stay. Let's say max width is a little bit smaller than that. I don't like how it looks like. 550. So we really should put the image then outside. Should have put it here. Images hero.png, like this, and then have the hero profile picture is not there anymore. All the CSS is irrelevant, the loader is irrelevant. The load is not relevant anymore. Hero title, no. Okay, so, and then it says hero image, and then we have those properties. Whoops, I forgot about some position absolute. Bottom 0, right 0. So like this. Your website is looking good, buddy. Thanks. Thanks a lot. What's up, Martin? Abdul, what's up, mate? Isn't it pretty late for you right now? So it goes smaller, and on mobile it looks great too. like this. I think it's fine. Before we continue, say doing stuff, we can look up some new cool attributes for image loading, since there's a cool handling of displaying the right images for the right display resolution, and I use that for this website here. So let's check it out. Image source set, exactly. Source set says, hey, 1x is this, 1.5x, 2x, and then the browser itself would take the correct image as a source. So we should have multiple, because we should have multiple exports. The reason is because right now it could look sharp. I think it still doesn't. For how much was it? 500 pixels, but we should have ×2, which is 1000 pixels for display with double of the resolution to still look sharp. So that means we can say 5x is normal, project, website, public images, hero, replace, plus, and let's say 2x is the suffix here. And now we can go and say source should still be there. However, this is 1x, and I think this should be what we have. I'll show you in short what it does. If we look up here, the network download and refresh, what it would download is the hero PNG, right? So let's check Finder, projects, website, public images. We have hero, but we also have, oh yeah, we should have hero and hero 2x. So it says hero, right? That's 1x because 1x is enough for this resolution. However, if I put this website on my MacBook with Retina display and refresh the website, and now I'm putting it back, you can see it loaded the hero 2x, a higher resolution image, because the image 1x wasn't enough to be sharp for this display. And that's awesome, it's handled automatically, and that's what we just did with that, with using the source set attribute for image. As simple as that. And that's also cool because 2x obviously is larger. If you look at, do we have the sizing here? Here we have 600 and here we have 200. So yeah, this is gonna be definitely sharper, but also larger. I think, I'm not sure about that, but I'm thinking that, let me see, we have hero 2x, but we never downloaded hero normal. Yeah, it will not load the lower resolution because it's a small size. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So that's gonna be the session for today. Didn't finish yet the hero section because we still want the contact link in the navigation and the contact button. But every day, step by step, we're gonna implement the website until we're finished, deploy it, and then also implement the certificate so we have SSL, and then we're gonna move on to the next project. So are there any plans of what projects you'll be live streaming in the future? Maybe some SwiftUI or UIKit or a mixture of both? Sorry, I didn't get your thoughts on this. Good question. So the plan is that I'm gonna work every evening on a current project to have a consistency and really making progress in these fields. And currently this is going to be the website for the next few days until we finish that, and then I'm going to start developing the fitness app, which will be a UI kit. So it's going to be an iOS app primarily in the first place, but later on might have a backend too, but you will be part of it from the beginning, and you can then continue watching me developing all these projects every evening in a, say, 1 to maximum 2 hour sessions, just like today. Right now we have 1.5 hours in, and I think it's a good time to end it so I get my sleep soon enough. So that's the plan. All right, let me know what you think about that if you want to on Instagram. I'm super happy about any feedback. Also here in the comment section whenever we are on the live stream again. Until then, peeps, good night and thanks for joining. We are right now about 10 people. So also thanks to everyone who has not written anything for longer in the comment section. Have a good night, good morning, and see you tomorrow.